So now we're getting into the big heavyweight matches on both the men and the women's side. And we've got a couple of legends getting ready to go at it at the Australian Open later today. In the quarterfinals, Serena Williams versus Simona Halep. And throughout their career, they've played 12 times, and Serena's won 9 of those. But I really don't know how important that is right now going into this match. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win? What do you think that the players need to use to win? To me, I think that this is speed versus power. I think that's what this match comes down to where when you look at Simona Halep's biggest weapon at this point, clearly she's not the most powerful player on the tour. If you watch her play Swiatek, I mean, she got moved all over the court. The difference was she could run down everything. She is amazing. She gets to so many balls and does so many great shots in positions to where you think she's going to lose the point. And so Simona's got the speed. Serena still has the power. Serena, arguably the hardest hitter we've ever seen on the women's side. It was interesting. She said that yesterday, she said Lindsay Davenport. Serena said Lindsay Davenport she felt was the hardest hitter she'd ever faced. But Serena's still an amazing ball striker. Serena used to be an amazing ball striker and a fantastic mover. I think at this point in her career, I don't think Serena is a fantastic mover anymore. I think she is in good shape. She's, I think, proud of her fitness. I think she's worked really hard to get where she is with her fitness. So I'm not saying that she's not in shape. It's just, as you get older, you lose steps. I think Serena has clearly lost steps from where she used to be. She used to be lightning fast. I don't really think of her as lightning fast anymore. I think that she's getting some really good gets for. I don't see her dominating the match with her foot speed. Simona Halep is dominating her match with her consistency, her mental toughness, knowing how to win, and her foot speed. And so it's going to come down to how much can Serena make Simona move, hit winners without getting frustrated and missing. Can Simona Halep wear down Serena's fitness? Can Serena be worn down to where it takes a lot of energy to basically go out there and hit winners all day, and especially against somebody who is a wall. So I think that's what it's going to boil down to. What do you guys think? What is this match going to boil down to? Who do you think is going to win? As I mentioned when I came on, Serena, if you just look on paper, you go, well, I mean, she's got 22 Grand Slams. She's up 9-3 in the head-to-head. But their last couple of matches, that's changed. The last time they played was at Wimbledon, where Simona won Wimbledon, and she beat Serena. Let's take a look. I think it was 6-2, 6-2. And then the match before was a tight 3-setter at the Australian Open quarterfinal match 2 years ago, 2019. Very tough 3-set match. And also, if Serena can get through this, Serena's Sabalenka match worried me, but I think she'll pull through against Halep. Yeah, that was a great match. The Sabalenka match was incredible. Now, that was two powerhouses going at it. And, Sabalenka, obviously the younger player, maybe even a little more power and foot speed. Serena still grinded that out. So that's another thing that just can't go understated. Serena's will to win, Serena knowing how to win, Serena's mind of being able to grind matches out, even when, Serena is still an amazing player. Obviously, you don't get to the quarterfinals of the Australian Open and not be amazing at tennis, right? So we know Serena's amazing, but now I think she's winning so many matches, not just on talent. She used to just win because she was just so much better than everybody, but she's winning on her will. She's winning on her grit. But Simona Halep is also doing that. If you look at this tournament, it has not been easy for her. A lot of 3-set wins. She came in with question marks with her health as far as injuries. So these are two very mentally tough ladies who know how to win, who've beaten each other on the biggest stages in tennis. So I think they both know what they're getting into. I don't think nerves are going to be a big issue. I think it's just going to be about execution. If Serena can control the center of the court, right, and not have to move too much and not make unforced errors, I think she's going to win. I think the power will break down the speed. If she can keep that ball in the middle of the court and just be accurate and be able to put the ball away in 1 to 3 shots when she starts to get Halep on the move, she's going to win. If Halep can extend rallies, make Serena have to hit 5, 6 winners to win a point, get Serena tired, get her frustrated, get her a little nervous. Serena sometimes can look a little nervous and start to make some unforced errors. Then Simona Halep can win this match. And so let me know what you guys think. What is going to win out? Is it going to be the power of Serena, or is it going to be the speed and consistency of Simona Halep? And then who has the better chance? Because way in the wings, most likely will be Naomi Osaka. And the last couple times I've seen Serena play Naomi Osaka, it just looks like at this point in their careers, Naomi Osaka does have just too much firepower and too much speed. So she's got what Simona Halep has in the footwork and the speed, and she's got the power of Serena. And but one thing that she doesn't have, sometimes she has it, lots of times she has it, but she can also look very nervous, and the moment can definitely it's kind of she's still in this point in her career where she's proven herself. We're talking about Osaka right now, where she's proven herself to be very mentally tough. She's won now, I think, 3 majors. Is it 3 or 4? So we know that she can win on the big stage. We know that she's a superstar. We know she can perform well under pressure. But sometimes it still looks like the pressure overwhelms her. So, and we know that Serena is her idol. We know that Halep has been there, done that. So, who would win between a Serena versus Osaka? Would Serena's mental toughness and being the legend overwhelm Osaka? But we really can't say that. We've seen them play a couple times now, huge matches. Osaka seems to get comfortable out there and just seems to have more power and speed than Serena at this point in their career. I mean, obviously, Serena's the greatest. We're not saying who's the better player overall throughout their career, but at this point, I think Osaka's just a better player. And then if Osaka were to go against Halep, would Halep be just more frustrating that she could just run down so many balls? I don't know. Let's see. Agreed. Serena has to hold serve with short points. Aaron's saying Serena's got to hold serve if Serena's going to win. Gabriel says Halep's serve has improved. That's true. Her mobility is better. And as you said, Serena's a great champion, but not to be putting the money on Simona. And Simona's looked pretty darn good. But Serena's looked pretty darn good. And Serena beating Sabalenka, that was a big win because Sabalenka was doing a lot of things to Serena to really throw Serena off her game. She was crushing balls. She was playing good defense. And one thing I will say is Serena no longer is the fantastic. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, Serena used to be an amazing mover, like amazing, world-class speed, could get to any ball anywhere on the court. I don't think she does that anymore. But I will say, probably within the last 3 or 4 years, right now in this tournament, Serena is about as fit as she's been in the last 3 or 4 years. And she's getting to balls that she probably didn't get to, certainly out of pregnancy when she had her baby. She certainly was not getting to the balls that she's getting to now. So it does seem that Serena is healthier than she's been since she's in the later stages of her career. And it seems that she is able to run down balls better than she has in the last couple of years. I think she's getting the balls and doing a pretty good job with it. Sabalenka hit some great forehand crushing shots out wide. Serena would run out to her forehand and hit an even better angle back, harder. So Serena is getting to balls that she hasn't got to in a while, but she's not getting the balls that she got to in her prime. I mean, it's just not the same Serena, but Serena's still Serena. She's tough and she feels good and she still loves the sport. She still wants to win. And as long as all those things line up, she can win this tournament. And Simona Halep can win it too. So that's what's so exciting about this. The battle of two legends. It can go either way. It's just who's going to execute better. Is it going to be the power or is it going to be the speed? We don't really know till they get out there. That's why it's just fun to talk about. We're just speculating, obviously. And that's what's going to come down to. It always comes down to execution. Who can execute their strengths better? Who can deal with their weaknesses better? Whoever does that better on that day is going to win the match. And so it's going to be very, very interesting. If I had to put my money on it, I mean, when Serena gets deeper in a tournament, it just gets hard to stop her. You know, she smells the finish line. She's often able to get there, you know, but sometimes she's also run out of gas. But if I had to pick, I'm going to say that power. All right, the Tennis Paris brothers are on. Go check out their YouTube channel. Awesome guys. But here's what Serena's got going for her. She's in the quarterfinals. She's only got to win a couple more matches. So she knows how to beat Halep. She's won 9 times. Halep's only won 3 times. The court is faster than normal. I think that's the biggest thing. This court will allow Serena to hit through Halep if she can execute. So with all that being said, I'm going to put my pick with Serena, but certainly wouldn't be surprised if Halep. Not really going out on the limb too much, but that's what I'm saying. We can put 2 cupcakes on the sideline. Oh, come on. What are you kidding me? That's silly. Serena is in great shape. What's the score? What's the score? Okay, what's the score? I think here's the thing too. I think that's tough. I'm gonna pick 6-4, 7-5 Serena. 6-4, 7-5 Serena. I think it's gonna be a tough 2-set match. So anyway, guys, let me know. I'll be back later today with what's our next big matchup that we have. Oh, Zverev and Joker. Let's just talk about that, and I'll do another live stream just dedicated to that. But before we go, let's just talk a little bit about Zverev and Joker. First of all, I think we have to talk about the elephant in the room. How injured is Djokovic? Djokovic basically said, yes, I'm injured. Yes, I know exactly what is going on. No, I'm not going to tell the press about it because I'm just not going to tell everybody, you know, exactly how I'm feeling. I'm still in the tournament. I'm still going to compete. I don't need to give all that information out to you guys and my opponent. So, but he did also say, if this was not a Grand Slam, because I want to win, he's saying, I want to win Grand Slams at this point. If this is not a Grand Slam, I probably wouldn't be here playing. So we know that if this is the normal event, Djokovic is out. He's not in the tournament. But it is a Grand Slam. The only reason why he's still hanging around is to win the Grand Slam. He's not playing the next match to, you know, put on a good show and shake hands as a loser. He's not going to step on the court unless he thinks he can actually win. So how bad is the injury? That's the real tough thing. Zverev is playing very, very good. And so you would give the advantage to Zverev in that he doesn't have an injury. He's playing very, very well. We haven't seen the double faults, yips creep in yet. But the thing about double faulting and yips, when you have it in your head, they can happen at any time. We saw what happened in the finals of the U.S. Open. I mean, it was cringy to watch. In fact, how he got to the finals of the U.S. Open, a lot of those matches, you're just like, how is he winning? Because he just is double faulting so much. If you're going to double fault against Novak Djokovic, you're not going to beat him. So that match, I think, is going to come down to if Zverev can play the way he's been playing and not double fault, I think you have to count him as the favorite in that Novak Djokovic is not at 100%. You would hope at this point in their career, with as good as Zverev is, that if he's playing a wounded duck in Djokovic, he should be able to beat him. But Djokovic is, you know, again, it's like you say Serena, Djokovic, Novak is Novak. It's very, very tough to beat that guy. And of course, Zverev knows that. So that could make him extra nervous as he's getting ahead in the match and things like that. And all of a sudden the mind goes, and if Novak smells that, he will jump all over that. And then I think the match instantly turns into Novak's favor. So look for the serving of Zverev. I think it's going to come down all to the serving, how high his first serve percentage is. If he has a low percentage of first serves going in. He's got to keep hitting second serves. At some point, he could break down mentally. So it's going to be all about how many first serves are going in, how is Djokovic returning those first serves, and if Zverev has hits a bunch of second serves, Djokovic is going to win. If he hits a high percentage of first serves and is playing big first serve, big first strike tennis, it's going to be really, really tough for Novak to get through and win that match. Is the Australian Open faster this year than Wimbledon? I would say yes. I mean, Wimbledon, one of the things they've been saying about Wimbledon is they even said it's been almost playing like a clay court in the last couple of years. They've slowed it down so much. So the Australian Open is definitely a more lively court than Wimbledon has been. What's their head-to-head? I don't have their head-to-head right in front of me, Aaron. When I come on and I do the podcast or video, whatever you want to say, when I do the analysis of the Joker versus Zverev, I will have the head-to-head, but I don't have that right now. I don't have that. You'd have to say Djokovic is pretty far ahead of that. And they just played a couple weeks ago, and Djokovic won in a tight match. I've got my friend here. Let's ask B2. B2, who do you think is going to win between Djokovic and Zverev? Go ahead, tell me who you think's going to win. Oh, he said Djokovic. He said Zverev's a choker. So he's spoken. All right, guys. Everybody have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. If you have tuned in and you don't know who the heck I am an online tennis instructor, but I love to follow the big tournaments. And we talk about it. We have fun. But also, if you want to fix your forehand, fix your serve, especially if you want to fix your serve, go right there right now to sign up for free. You get free 48-hour access to my 7-day serve challenge. So go to 7dayservechallenge.com. Subscribe if you want to see what our thoughts are, and we can all get on together and talk about the rest of the matches coming up. So it's a good place for you to put down in writing who you think is going to win. Because then, if you're right, you can go back to all your friends, all your tennis buddies, and say, look, I was on Pete's live broadcast the other day analyzing the match, and I picked the winner of the tournament. So put down who you think is going to win on the men's and the women's side. You can come back in a week, and you can brag to all your buddies. And if you're not right, you just don't even tell your friends, and you just don't even tell them, and then they don't know that you were wrong. So you really can't lose. I will not go around and say that you're wrong. I don't do that. So if you put it in writing, say who you think's going to win the tournament, you can come back and brag about it next week. And if you're wrong, you just don't tell anybody. No one knows. So that's a pretty good reason to comment right now. Who do you think is going to win on the women's side? Who do you think is going to win on the men's side? If my personal picks are on the men's side, I think it comes down to I feel strongly about 3 players. Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal put the beat down on Fabio Fognini, and I thought that was going to be a really tough match. And that Rafa came out and that's a statement match. That Rafa's not that injured anymore. So Rafa, Tsitsipas, Medvedev. Those are the 3. I feel like one of those 3 is going to win on the men's side. And on the women's side, I'm feeling that you got to put Serena in there. You got to put Osaka in there. And as a dark horse, I'm going Brady. Brady is a monster. I know that Barty is the #1 seed. She's in there. I just don't think she comes over enough balls on her backhand to win the tournament. I just don't think Barty will win the Australian Open. I would not be surprised if Brady, watch her hit. I think that is the best forehand on the women's tour right now. It is awesome. So I would not be surprised to see Brady just come out of nowhere and win the tournament. So those are my 3 picks. What did I say? Serena, Osaka, Brady. So those are my 3 picks on the women. So let me know. You guys put it down. Let me know. And you guys take care. And thanks for joining the conversation. I agree with the dog. Aaron agrees with the dog. B2 now is over in the other seat. So see you guys later.